What's poppin', crackin', shaking, baby? It's your boy Q.U.E from the award-winning #1 spot, man. Hey, it's definitely an honor and a pleasure, man, to introduce my next guest, man. He's doing big things in the community and has been doing big things in the community, man, forever. You know what I'm talking about, man. We got entrepreneur and politician Lloyd in the building, man. What's happening?
Man, I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thanks for being here. Love being here. Thanks for the invite, bro.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you taking out your time, man. I know you're busy, man. You know, on the run for City Council District D.
Yes, sir.
Right now, man. So I know you're working, man, getting prepared for the election and everything, you know. So just real quick, man, just give people a small background check on you, man. Present something, introduce to others, man, who you are, you know, and where you're from.
Well, you know, Lloyd Ford, grew up in Houston, Texas, 3rd Ward.
Yes,
you know, matter of fact, all the schools I went to been in District D. You know, McGregor Elementary, Ryan Middle School, Yates High School.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I went to school for 2 years in North Dakota. I say -55 ain't for black people, so I have to come back down here.
For real, we ain't used to that cold weather, man.
Yeah, but I ended up graduating from Prairie View, got my degree. You know, I did corporate IT for a number of years. That was kind of my niche.
Yeah.
But when I realized that wouldn't really go serve me, that's when people kind of get the person they get today.
Yeah.
And that's being more of an entrepreneur, starting business in our community. How can those businesses aid what we do? You know, so on and so forth. So
absolutely,
you know, we just all about independence now. We always say your skin is your ticket in. So
yeah, for sure, for sure. I like that. I like that. And I probably will bounce around a little bit, man. Just leading along them lines. I'd just like to know, just real quick, how did you even want to get interested in wanting to do politics?
To be honest, I never thought I would have to. You know, you start thinking and looking at the system, and you're like, maybe I can just start businesses, be a community advocate, and these will be my ways of giving back. But as you start seeing the intricacies of how the city work and how things work, it's kind of undeniable from you not necessarily running, but being involved in the political structure.
Got you.
And then to be honest, it's the same thing that the Black Panthers found out. You know, it wasn't enough to carry guns. It wasn't enough to have breakfast programs. If you look at it, eventually, all of them end up running for office.
Right.
Mayor, city council. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you just start realizing the levels that control your community.
Yeah.
And politics is a part. It's not the part,
correct,
but it definitely is a part and a tool that you need to use and utilize for your community.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely agree with that, man. I didn't really realize that when I was younger. But as I get older, I want to get more involved with politics because, like, that's... you know, that's what it is. Like, if you want to make anything shake or make anything happen, like you said, tangible, you have to get into politics, man, and you know, brush those shoulders with those people that can make those type of things happen within the community, if not make it happen yourself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just big budgets, people dealing with more money, dealing with our tax dollars. You know, these are pockets of stuff that we've already paid into, but not paying back to us or our communities. So sometimes it ain't about one thing. And the dude told me, he said, man, you got some great ideas. I love them. I would love to do this. But he said, make me. And when he said make me, he means like what community influences you got that's gonna make me do this. Who else saying that this needs to be done? Right. And you know, sometimes you like you say, you got to present that power, and that's a lot of things that we don't talk about in our community. Is power.
True that.
And we don't have and wield a lot of power in our community. So this is my way of showing people, how do you get the power? Yeah. This is how we get the power.
Absolutely. And a lot of times we feel like that don't even really concern us. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's like, let the president handle that, or let this person handle that. That ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. I guess that'd be another thing, you know, another can of worms, not really wanting to do the work or, you know, get involved with stuff, or even having the confidence to feel like you can, you know, make a difference in things of that nature, you know?
For sure.
But bouncing around again, man, the Black Store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? On Cullen. You know what I'm talking about? Just talk to us a little bit about that. What inspired that one?
To be honest, you know, you start looking at what businesses are starting in our community, what's gonna make an impact, and we call it only creating businesses of necessity, and that means businesses that Black people and us as people use every day. And so we just start looking, what could we create in our communities? What is a business or industry that's heavily exploited? And we all know we spend a lot of money on the beauty supply industry.
Come on, man.
Just on Cullen, we had 5 beauty supplies
Yeah.
that wasn't black owned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We did a radius of where the black store was, and we give away $1 billion in less than a year, and we only own 19% of the businesses.
Come on.
So when we start thinking about businesses to start, you know, we immediately went to the beauty supply industry.
Yeah.
For one, I don't cook, so I didn't want to start I didn't want my first business to start dealing with the health department.
Right.
So I'm like, look, let me not go that route. So, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with inventory and beauty supply stores end up being our niche.
Yes, sir.
But we want to be more than just a beauty supply store. So that's why it was called the Black Store Beauty Supply Experience. Not store, but experience. And we showed people how to raise money through this. We didn't use no big banks institutions. We didn't use no loans. We didn't use no credit.
Yeah.
We used straight our corporation, and we raised $100,000 just using the PowerPoint.
Man, that's awesome.
So we just want to show people, look, when you want to create something, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And we can do it just through us, and that's where creative group economics came into play.
Yeah, got you. So, real quick before we get into creative economics, I just want to know kind of what separated y'all store from any other
store.
Yeah, any other beauty supply experience store.
For one thing, what set us apart is we had a wall of nothing but black-owned items. We had over 100 black-owned brands. Just our black-owned brands did over $100,000 in 1 year, just selling small-ticket items, soaps, oils, shea butters, incense, things, natural stuff that we use in natural hair products, soaps, oils, shampoos, conditioners, and these all products came from local black-owned people. So we want to show what was the difference, and the biggest part of what that is, we even own our own credit card systems within the store.
Come on.
So we want to show ownership all the way around, and we actually redirected them fees back towards the community.
Yeah.
So all your civic club groups, all these, our centers, a lot of our nonprofits, we built their websites and we paid for it for free.
Wow.
And we still maintain it to this day. So over 4 years we've been having this program, but we want to show how do we now get all these dollars and things that we do in our community. Not only did we have a stage inside the store for people wanting to come do poetry nights.
Yeah, man, that was cool. I thought that was brilliant, man. Like having a one-stop shop where you could do everything.
Look, we had community garden in the back. We had a nail shop in there for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, the stage, the fire pit in the back. We had free movie nights.
Man,
we just want to show a whole experience of anything that you want to do. And like I say, we never charge nobody a dime when they want to come do some community projects within our space. So
man,
that's what it was about, ownership and control over what we create.
Y'all just basically really wanted to show people what y'all had going on and, how we can, empower your people within that.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Creative group economics, man. That was your nonprofit group.
That's what we started with.
Yeah. So how did that come about? And just give us the timeline on that.
Man, to be honest, we all started. Me and another partner started back in 2017, and we was like, man, how can we gather our dollars? We had a philosophy of 300 people giving $20 a month, what could that do? And what could that bring us?
Yeah.
And what type of things could we do with the money? So we started meeting at the NAACP house.
Yeah.
We did that for 2 years until they was ready to kick us up out of there.
Yeah.
For being too, we was just being who we were. Not nothing bad, but we pushing the line when it comes to the status quo, and we wanted more accountability of what was going on in our community.
Got you.
So, when we did that, we had to come up with a group, and it always gathered around group economics.
Got you.
And how do we give our money, give our dollars. So for a long time, everybody was giving $20 a month for us to do these projects. We had our own vending machines. We did all this other stuff. So, but this gave us entry into how can we work together as a collective and not be jealous, not be, be about what we need to do. Don't get me wrong, we not always successful in everything, but it did give us the steps we need to take to create the things like the businesses like the Black Store.
Gotcha. So that was pretty much the stepping stone for that, to at least get y'all minds clicking in that direction. It was like knowing how we can make money work for us and, and stuff like that. And got you.
We still meet every second Monday of the month. From 7 to 8 at the Shape Center with the nonprofit. Matter of fact, the next meeting is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, man, go and talk a little bit about that, man, how people can get...
Well, you can always get involved. You can follow our Instagram, 4Can Lose. Creative Group Economics is on everything, creativegroupeconomics.com.org. And you can see all the meetings. We meet every second Monday of the month from 7 to 8. We start on time, we leave on time. And I tell people we the most consistent group. I think we only missed 2 meetings since 2017.
That's good.
And that was during COVID, when COVID first happened, March and April.
Yeah. And
we
how
didn't
long
have a
has
meeting.
this? How long has the creative? Yeah,
Since 2017.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we've been around for about going on 7 years now doing what we do. And it's always about creation. I tell people it's not always about our mission. If you bring in something, we always say a better idea is a better idea. I don't care if you've been to 1 meeting or 15 meetings. If you bring us something better and make more sense, we adaptable to change and making it better.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. What is just? I heard you say that y'all have different type of projects. Can you just explain like one of the different projects that y'all used to have and what y'all used to do?
Right. So one of the projects we did a vending machine, and we never really actually placed the machine. We had it. It had a lot of our community stuff on there. We had 3 different levels. People gave from $25 to $50 to $100. And we took that collective and we was able to go create our own vending machine, do our things. And that just gave us our first different projects. Now we got different community projects like the free website program we still maintain through the nonprofit for our civic club groups and people that's doing stuff. We want to make sure that people know who you are about the good stuff that you're doing. So if we can pay for your website and build it too, we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do community outreach. You know, we've been doing that every month since then. But now we've stepped it up because of the campaign stuff.
Right on.
But it's all about projects and creating new businesses and ventures of what we're trying to do.
Gotcha.
And using our money.
Man, and y'all do a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot within, and that like so much that y'all did within the Black Store experience, like just having a garden and all that. Like that's a lot, man. And I like to get more into the green thumb myself, man. I've always tried to transfer. I think it's from the pot to the ground, but somewhere up in there I killed the root, man, and it's over with for me. So, but I'm going to learn that, just growing my own vegetables and stuff like that. Like I just started back eating meat like within the last like 7-8 months. But I've been a vegetarian for like 5 years, so I want to get into growing my own food and stuff like that.
To be honest, gardening outside and transferring it is always a big thing because just like us, we had them in them planters, so we just put them in that grind.
That always be my I killed the main root or whatever somehow. Like I guess I don't dig up enough roots or something. Yeah. But when I get to the transfer, that mud, it's over for me after that. But that goes with learning and just doing more research and stuff like that on it. But moving forward, man. Oh, if y'all did not know, man, we are in the building, man, with entrepreneur and politician Lloyd Ford right now. You know what I'm talking about? And at this current moment, man, he's on the road running for City Council District D.
Yes, sir.
And for the people that may not know what District D is or what that consists of, just explain a little bit about that.
So District D, every city council person have they stretch of land that you are going to be over unless you are at large, then they the whole city.
Right. Okay, that's what that means, at large. I thought that mean that they was on the run or something.
Nah, that
means fugitives or something. They're at large, they on the run. But yeah,
think about it. It was just a way, and I explained what District D is, but at large is just a way for the majority of white people to maintain control of people that mainly that vote. So instead of them giving every city council person to a geographic area where white people don't stay, they can still have some autonomy over the city council if it's a at large and now everybody needs to elect you.
That's interesting.
But District D is 3rd Ward, Sunnyside, South Park, Dead End, South Union. Basically go all the way from 3rd Ward all the way to the Beltway. Makaiwa on one side, on east side, and then Fannin and Alameda on the west.
Okay.
So we one of the biggest districts here in Houston. We got over about 240,000 residents.
Wow.
125,000 registered voters, but only about 25,000 vote. Yeah. So we got 100,000 people that's in the wind that really don't believe in a lot of the stuff that Democrat or Republican people are trying to spout.
Yeah, and just talk about a little bit about that, how y'all, trying to get those people involved and stuff like that, kind of like what we had talked about off camera.
So, when it's always trying to get different people involved, it's more about hitting the doors, seeing, giving, but we try to lead by example. That's the reason why we opening the businesses. We do all the community stuff we do because we want people to know that it's more than just about just politics and what we're trying to do. It also go along with all the other things that we need to create for our communities.
Right.
And you know, we was even intricate. We have our own group. I don't know if you look this one, but it's called Paid Texas, Political Advocates for Independent Democracy, where we help run our own candidates. So we've helped, you know, 2 judges get elected, 1 state board of education.
Come on.
And that's also another level of accountability
Man,
that we
for
have
real.
with them. So when we want interns and other people to go, guess what? They can go do interns at the judge office now.
Yeah, and I
just
saw
give
y'all
people
do
the
that with
website.
the interns with the 6th to 8th graders and stuff like that. It's live.
We had over
It's live.
30 interns from the middle school.
Yeah, come on.
At the black store.
Yeah.
So it's just about teaching them something different. And guess what? Your entry into it was your conduct, not your grades. 'Cause we had straight A students that'll cuss you out in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to make something different. I wanted to change their mindset, their attitude.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you do at home and at school, but when you come to this black store, this is what your mindset needs to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a
Man,
lot
that's
of them was
awesome,
our best.
man. They need that too.
For sure.
Yeah. Considering, you know, just, you know, living in poverty and stuff like that, we kind of, you know, get molded in a certain direction and feel like this is the way that it has to be, or this is the way, you know, the thought process
I'm
has
gonna tell
to
you
be.
this. One of our best interns, we asked him, we said, what you want to be when you get older? He said, I want to be a rapper. We said, that's a bet. What are some of the successful steps you think you need to take to be a rapper? He said, first I need to go to jail, then I need to get out.
Come on.
But guess what? He named so many rappers. Lil Wayne with the jail got out, signed a contract. Lil Baby, Da Baby.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, his logic was flawed.
Right.
But until he didn't know that black people could own nothing.
Yeah.
When he found out we owned the store, he said, I can come there, I can make money. I could come there and work anytime.
With
I
my
say,
people.
Anytime you want to. Anytime
My
you want
people,
to. I
straight
said, because
up.
we the boss.
Yeah. Come
We
on.
control.
Yeah.
And that just
I know that.
it sparked his mindset, and now he's on one track mind of
That's
just
live.
success.
Yeah,
And if I had to
that's
put
awesome.
my money on any one student at that school, it would have been him.
Man, that's awesome, man. And I know that's a great feeling within itself, just
sure.
being able to change the, you know, the next generation and change their mindset and putting them on the right track. Like that keeps y'all motivated to keep going and
Look,
stuff with
I'm
that.
already working on my replacement right now.
Come on now. Come
and I
on.
tell people that's the difference.
love
I
that.
tell a lot of college people and young people now, I say, look, you ain't got to worry about fighting me for an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you.
Straight up.
You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
man.
Right now, the older people,
I love that.
we be having to fight them. You ain't got to fight me.
Straight up.
Matter of fact, I want you to have it.
Yeah.
Be greater, and I'm going to give you the tools to do it.
Yeah.
So it's just about showing them that what it is. And to be honest, they see the realness and the sincerity of what we trying to bring.
Right.
So
right.
when they see that, and hey, they don't mind coming in and giving their time. But we got to let them know opportunity is more than just money, more than just this, more than just that. But sometimes the opportunity is you just being in the spaces. I wish I had some business owners I could have just went and hung out in their business.
Yeah,
Even though
come
my
on.
daddy was a business owner, sometimes you need to hear
They say you
from
had a
other people.
landscaping business, correct?
Landscaping.
Got you. Man, that's awesome just even to see that growing up too, that, you know, that expands your horizon too, that shoot, my old man, this is a whole business, so I know I can.
Oh yeah, taking it to a whole new level. He the one
feel
that
me?
taught me how to write checks. And I used to be so mad. I go work with him and he be talking to one customer for like an hour. I'd
Yeah.
be like, oh my
Yeah.
God, can we just leave?
He building that
You know,
rapport
building
and
that relationship. And
with,
guess
yeah.
what? These are older generation people I still got relationships with to this day. And my daddy passed away in
Come on,
2015.
come on.
So, but these are relationships that he done gathered, and they knew the type of man that he was. So guess what? Then I got their support.
Yeah.
Because they know how he taught me.
Man, that's
So
awesome.
I couldn't ask for a
That's
better
awesome.
dad.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to speak about, I guess considering that you are running for City Council District D, I guess obviously you chose District D because you was born and raised.
For sure.
And
That-
in the neighborhood.
that's
and-
one of them.
Yeah. And what else you say? Just you saw a lot of things that needed.
Things that needed to be done, things
Yeah.
that wasn't being done, changing the trajectory of how politicians and how the political structure deal with the community. And we one of the most heavily black communities. So of course that's always gonna be my number one thing. And I think we haven't used to having somebody that if you go look at black politicians now, all they want to talk about is minority, black and brown.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. We ain't never discriminating against nobody. But at the same time, I never want to show that I'm not proud of my community and what really needs to be done.
Absolutely.
And sometimes a lot of them are scared to speak about what really black people need and what we need to do for black people.
Yeah.
We too busy talking about the space of everybody and minority, and when that ain't what the space that we need to be in.
Right.
You know, we the only us as black people, the only people that invite other people of other races inside our inner meetings.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like nobody else do that.
Yeah.
We the only people do that.
Yeah.
And that's because I don't know why we feel like that we need other people in our stuff in order to fix it.
Yeah.
And so as we change that trajectory and give that, I want to give that confidence to our black students, like, hey, this is what you can do. You can collaborate, but still be within your community and get some things done. And that's what we want to show them, just the success between ourselves.
So can you elaborate just on some of the things that you're gonna do that may not to step on any toes or anything that like that, but some that maybe the other politicians haven't been honing on and stuff like that. Can you just talk to us a little bit about that?
One of our biggest things is economics. Bringing businesses into our district, seeing how the city then gave money to so many other businesses, but now how do we break that down for our community? We got 4 empty schools in our district. How do we renovate those for conscious community centers and doing stuff outside the school districts? We know they talk about the school district all the time. Oh no, they doing this, libraries. Guess what? Alex didn't have a library for 10 years. Nobody said a word. So these are the things in dealing with, and I say the difference between us and normal politicians, we not putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah, come
we
on.
are attacking the root solutions and the root problems of what's going on and how do we fix those.
Yeah.
So we ain't just saying, oh man, it's a whole bunch of crime. We said, okay, it's a bunch of crime. Who's committing it? What age group are they? What do they need to see the opportunity in what we're doing? Dealing with a lot of the corporations. We know that Family Dollar, we got like, in our district, man, we got 15 Family Dollar trees.
Yeah. Come on, man. Look, come on, every corner.
None of them pay they just do when it comes to wages. They pay managers $11 an hour. You know how I know? Because we did a sample and I went and worked at the one on Cullen for 2 or 3 months.
Going on.
I was assistant manager. They paid me $11.90 an hour. And I still own the black store 3 blocks down.
Come on.
People used to be coming to the store confused, like, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like, I own the store down the street.
Yeah.
They're like, what you doing here? I'm like, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning, I'm watching, and I'm reporting on what we need to do. And I think so many of us, we see some of those things as beneath us when we really need to be learning from.
That's smart though, man. It's like you're not, like I say, just talking about it. You actually got boots on the ground and let me do a study of this real quick and research this. Let me actually get in there and see what's, you know what I'm saying, instead of speculating it or.
I ain't got to speculate.
I
was a manager for
come
a couple
on, man.
months.
So you seen it firsthand and know what's happening.
We talk about the violence at these places. You know, none of these places have no security guards.
Yeah.
And so they rather let people they did the case analysis of hiring a real security person versus just letting people steal.
Yeah.
And they rather just let people steal rather than hire a person because it's beneficial on their money side.
That is amazing. That's kind of like, I don't know, this is really off the whole record, but it kind of off the subject, but it kind of makes me think about how they say the shake machine at McDonald's always breaks down. And that's the only one that so-called always breaks down at McDonald's. And the reason why they allow that to happen or put the faulty machines in McDonald's because they make more money doing the repairs on the machines.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
They ain't think about that.
And I thought that was pretty deep. I'm like, man, I wonder why they always, I'll shake machine down, but they make more money on the back end by repairing those machines.
You're right. I'm gonna take it a step further for you. Let's just say, you know, the number one car stolen are like F-150s, you know, Chevys, 1500s, all this type of stuff. Let's just say somebody just stole your brand new truck and then insurance paid. What you gonna go do?
Shoot, go buy you another vehicle.
Exactly. So guess what? Now that's the number one truck stolen. You know, our police people have already said that they think these car dealership people are giving these key codes to thieves so they can steal.
Man, going on. That's deep. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Because think about
I
that.
wouldn't
You
be
know, think
surprised.
about it. You can own the car dealership. You can own the insurance company.
Yeah,
You can do it all around. And look, ain't no money out your pocket when they steal it.
Right.
And guess what? When you pay it off, guess what they gonna go do?
Yeah.
Buy another one.
Come on, man. Everybody in cahoots with each other. The money that's circulating within that, man, that's super crazy. Now that's true though. Like when I found out that like the what they call it, the heart disease associations and the cancer associations, they be in cahoots with the meat companies.
Oh.
And stuff like that, and know that the food gives you these type of diseases, but they get kickbacks off of it. So it's like, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And like you say, own the pharmaceutical companies and all that, and it just goes down the whole
rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's deep.
You know they talk about out here. They talk about the cancer cluster in Fifth Ward all the time. Mm-hmm. At the same time, this same company that created this whole cancer cluster in Fifth Ward, and my aunt even got cancer from it and passed away already. One of my mom's sisters.
Yeah.
Every elected politician that was railing against it or railing against it now, this company maxed out their contributions to the people, to these politicians.
What?
Maxed out all their contributions.
That's crazy.
So at the same time, they'll be talking about, we ain't gonna stand for this. Man, go look at your campaign finances.
Yeah.
These companies
Straight
maxed out, gave you as much as they could.
Come on.
So it just be a
crazy.
hypocrisy. We don't look at it, and people don't tell you during COVID time, the city even tried to buy, the housing authority tried to buy $100 million of more infected land to build new housing on.
Come on.
They stopped it, but at the same time, somebody had already got paid $400,000 just for the sale of the land to a personal person.
Yeah.
Which is somebody that the city chose.
Right.
They friends.
Right.
And that's $400,000 down the drain.
Come on, man.
What could people in our communities do with 400 G's?
Come on, man.
So we give away money like a mug. And I'm gonna tell you this, a stat that's gonna blow your mind. Think about it. We got we got a black mayor, more black city council than the city of Houston ever had. Got your Sheila Jackson Lees, your Al Green, your Alma Allens.
Yeah.
What percentage of black businesses you think get contracts with the city of Houston? What you think? If you had to just put a percentage on it.
Say about 16%.
16%?
Yeah.
Try 0.5%.
What?
And we paid somebody else, Rodney Ellis paid somebody else $700,000 to
Come
tell
on.
us that. Matter of fact, Mayor Turner and them had another $1.2 million study that you would never see the results from because they said they didn't like the methodology used.
That's crazy. They swept it under the rug. Don't worry about that. That ain't nothing. How about them Rockets?
You're right. How about this? What we gonna think about doing for y'all? So
That's crazy.
I tell people all the time,
That's
just a
crazy.
black face up there don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah. Man, so just considering all that, man, like what do you feel that you've learned? Like that was like an aha moment for you since you've been, studying and on the road, to be a politician and change the community and stuff. Like what was like a main thing that you said, man, I got to make sure
To be honest, man, the lack thereof engagement from our people. You know what I'm saying? The lack thereof not only engagement, but interest in it. And like you say, we get it sometimes, we just don't know. But man, when you start telling people some of these stats, like I just told you, they be like, oh,
that's
shoot.
mind-blowing,
Mind blowing that we can have all these black people and be 0.5%.
Come on.
And I think just seeing that was the most thing, you think that you could get more people involved and stuff like that. And I say this all the time, not as a detriment, but just our mindset as people are different. We had that beauty supply store for 3 years.
Yeah.
You got people talking about it still to this day. Oh man, the impact. My mom, the oldest of 5 sisters, she the oldest of 9. 5 sisters, they got daughters got daughters. None of them had ever been to the store. In 3 years, never stepped foot in them mug.
Yeah.
But it's because of a mindset that we have.
Right.
Rather than, I don't think it was jealousy or nothing like that, but it's just a mindset that we don't have. We don't know the real importance of what people are doing.
Right.
And just the lack thereof support that you get just because of the lack thereof understanding.
And it's getting more people involved.
What?
And actually, like you say, being out there, shaking hands and actually talking to people and trying to make a difference out there. Really? And putting yourself, like you say, in their shoes. Like you say, you work for Family Dollar, like putting yourself in their shoes and they seeing like what they really going through and seeing how you can make a change.
Sure. And I realized that nobody, in working at that Family Dollar, I can say maybe 5 to 10% of the people actually had bank accounts that came to Family Dollar and shop. Most people, none of them had bank accounts, but all of them had EBT cards. None of them had a debit card. And that started making me realize that Family Dollar, all these people, they charge us more for not having those things.
Yeah.
If you don't have a debit card and you want to catch an Uber, guess what? You got to go to Family Dollar and buy an Uber card.
Yeah.
Scratch that bad boy off.
Had those, man.
Bro, they got Cash App stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
That you got to pay an extra $1 just to put cash on your
You
Cash
right, though.
App.
My partner did tell me something about the Cash App.
Yeah. But guess what? They got a big booklet of just nothing but services for people that don't have debit cards or credit cards. So and it tax you more, so you almost getting taxed more for being poor.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. And that's how it always is, man. Like they say, even being an employee, you get taxed the most. You know what I'm saying, opposed to a business owner or something like that.
For sure.
Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting, man. Hey, if y'all did not know, man, we are still in the building, man, with entrepreneur and politician, soon to be city councilman of District D, Lloyd Ford in the building right now, man. Before we get up out, man, I like to just ask everybody this question, man. Just considering everything you learned, man, you've grown as a man, grown as a businessman. Like, what would you? And then I that kind of ties into the time is now. But what would you tell a younger Lloyd Ford?
Man, how young? I got different message for different stages.
I got whichever one.
So if I could go back, I would go back and take more advantage of my college years. I realized that, to be honest, I would have told myself to quit college football sooner, and really deal with a lot of considerations, because it's
running back, what you said about the college football?
I got a football scholarship. I played football in
college. Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
So I would have stopped that way sooner than what I did. I dedicated way too much time to sports. And I knew I didn't want to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that dedication, and I didn't have that desire. But you stick with it because that's what people do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
you
the
go to school,
comfortability.
play
It's
football.
comfortable. I've been doing it, so
competition. I'm going to outwork everybody. I'm going to get on these weights. But I would have stopped that sooner, and I would have started my influence of community and mindsets in college. Because ain't no other point in time was I around more black people and more influential minds than I was when I was at Prairie View. Around me every day. And instead of going to get a certification, instead of being a part of student government and learning the different apparatuses and between companies, I was like, my Madden game is up.
Yeah, come on, man. Madden. Come on, man. Boys, think about mine. Wrong thing.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I really could have used that time and effort when I was at the campus to really be way more influential. And it's amazing how many people that see me now and be like, man, I'm proud of what you're doing, man. I remember we in college, and I tell people all the time, look, college don't mean nothing. I was parties, shoot. I had my shirt off in the line before we even got in the party.
Come on.
So trust me, tattoos and stuff. I never been suspended from school, never been to jail or nothing like that. But I let people know, like, you can still go have that fun and still be about substance.
Absolutely.
And I realized I didn't have no substance at the time. And people tell me sometimes, like, man, I remember we used to talk about stuff all the time. I'm like, man, we must have didn't talk about nothing important because I ain't had nothing to really tell you.
Yeah.
So we must have been talking about bull.
So
if I had a message to myself, it'll be paying attention to more important stuff when you at your real most impactful time and around black people. And it could have been then.
I like that, man. Cause I feel I be going through that, my up and downs and stuff like that. A lot of times too, like it was a saying I can't never remember, but I think it was Muhammad Ali. He said basically a person that thinks the same at 50 as he did at 20, that lost 30
years.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the same as I did 5 years ago.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. And how long have you been on the journey? Just I guess maybe for the city councilman in particular.
I would put it like this: my whole mindset of all this changed at the drop of a hat when I was 27. I can't tell you why. I seen something, but I operate big off the you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And
And was
I
it something
seen
in particular you seen or the experience that you had?
to be honest, it was a little bit of Trump getting elected. It was like life circumstance.
A combination
it
of
was,
things.
It was like Trump getting elected. You think like, man, all this country going in the right direction to a certain degree.
Right.
Like, I don't think we going that far back.
Right.
And then he won. Then, you know, I was getting a corporate job. I had a job. It's funny you say that. I worked for McKesson Specialty Health. They the reason of all the opioid so-called crisis stuff. And I was working for them. They had just bought up all of Texas Oncology, all the cancer centers. And so, you know, I get in there, you know, I'm corporate, got my degree, and I'm working hard. You know, matter of fact, I'm taking so many other trainings. I say I'm beating my competition before they even know it's a competition. So this job literally promoted me in the first week that I was there. The first week, first month that I was there. And they was like, man, you know this, but they didn't want to pay me. They still wanted to pay me level 1, and I'm at level 3.
Yeah.
So I didn't complain. I'm not a complainer. I went and applied for another job on the same floor on the other side, but paid more money.
Yeah.
I got it. So I told him, hey, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. You seen some of me. I ain't seen myself. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the other job.
Straight up.
They called me and told me it's set the wrong premise that you quit a lower paying job and come back and get a higher paying job, so we can't hire you.
What?
And I said, I would be a fool to leave my fate in these people's hands.
That is so crazy. Damn, and that's true though, man. That's true. Like you really have to take control of your life, really.
Yeah.
Your finances and stuff like that, cause stuff can just happen at the drop. Yeah, and you be destitute, be like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
So I had just got married, you know, all this other stuff going on, and it just wasn't adding up. And me, like I say, I started operating if I know better, do better.
Yeah.
So I immediately, even though I was still working other jobs, I was immediately working on my exit plan.
For sure.
Which was Creative Group Economics, which was the Black Store.
Yeah.
And you know, again, I stopped working a regular job in 2017. The Black Store wasn't birthed until 2020. So I wrote books. We wrote books. I got my Our Black Agenda, Guide to Black Power.
Yeah.
I got Revealing the White Lie, Faith versus Fact.
Yeah.
You know, these are books that illustrations and stuff that we didn't wrote. I got my real estate license. We started our little free website program and business. So it just took steps, and all those steps brought me to the beauty supply industry and the things we did into where we are today.
Gotcha.
So I tell people it don't always happen overnight, but what it is, it was a gradual progression.
For sure.
And things that needed to help me and help my family and help our community. So,
yeah.
And it wouldn't leave my fate in corporate hands.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, you so right about that. It's so true, man. You definitely have to take control of your life, because like say, they can just say, oh, something happened with the transactions at the bank. We ain't gonna be able to pay you this week. It's like,
I ain't gonna
what?
I ain't gonna lie, what it was is when they started asking, when I realized they didn't want to pay me, you know, it started clicking in my mind, like, you know, I'm not a complainer. I'm just gonna do what it takes to get to the next level.
Right.
And I realized that it was already levers set in place that was trying to impede me from even doing that. So I'm like, man, how do I think out of this? And I also think about that for other people that see the hypocrisy and sometimes some 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And that's why people like, man, you gotta tell people, stop selling drugs, stop scamming. I'm like, how do you tell somebody stop making 20 grand a month,
right,
and go work for
what solution do you have for them? It's like, do you have a solution for them where they can make that and possibly more? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You have to have that to go behind, you know, tell them to stop doing this, but what are you going to, you know what I'm saying?
What do you do to
supplement with that? Yeah.
And so that's what we doing. That's what we here to do. Build the opportunity so we can tell you this is what it is. This is what we want you to do. This is our alternative to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But if we ain't giving our people an alternative, then we ain't happening.
That's right.
If we ain't trying to back up what we saying with power,
right,
then our word and our stuff ain't gonna be heard.
That's it. Because it's all about the action, man.
For sure.
You got to put in the action. So, is there anything that we may have left out, man, that you want to make sure you let the people know?
Man, my biggest thing is just everybody getting involved. And it don't have to be involved in what we doing. Be involved and be strong in your own community. Know who your super neighborhoods are. Know who your civic clubs are. Know who your city council person is. Know who the people that's moving and shaking your neighborhoods. And people, that's how I tell people, that's how you help me.
Yeah.
They say, how can we aid in what you already doing? Be strong where you at. Be knowledgeable where you are.
Yeah.
And that's gonna help us be strong. When we come to you and we come and move into your area, we ain't gotta go rediscover all this information and start from the ground up. We already got an advocate that been involved. And guess what? We gonna aid you.
Yeah.
So I think is to bring that, we realize not enough people are strong where they at or know that information.
So are people, because I know probably a lot of times too, people may not think that they can touch certain politicians or, you know, or think they can even, you know, be able to ask them any questions or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it you have any contact info or anything? I mean, any way that people could reach out to you if they have any questions or anything like that?
Please reach out to me. My number is 832-226-6033. And that ain't no Google number. That is my phone number.
Like that.
Matter of fact, I put my number on the city stuff. And when people call me, they be like, oh, I'm calling to speak to the candidate Lloyd Ford. I'm like, this me? They be like, oh, we not used to getting a real person.
Right.
And I tell
you
people,
a reception pass you to this person, to this person, to this person.
Nah.
Oh, you ain't gonna be able to get them today. They busy. They
You ain't speaking to no representative. And guess what? If I don't answer, shoot me a text message so I know you are, because I may just miss your call. I get like 30 random calls a day and it don't be nothing but bots and stuff.
Right.
Definitely leave me a message. Let me know you're a real person. Send me a text message. I promise you I'm gonna answer. And because we want to be so accessible, and one of the most powerful things that we gonna have and do in our district is one thing. Where do you think the city council offices are? Have you ever heard of where they are? Where the city councilman person's office is?
Nah, I mean, if at the top of my dome, I probably would think they'll be downtown somewhere.
Exactly. We gonna have a city council office that's gonna be right in the middle of the district. Because we want people to be so accessible and get to us.
Yeah.
And guess what? We just want to spread that word. We don't never want to show people. And that's why one of the most powerful things of my campaign is the sections is called Empowering the People.
Yeah.
Because we believe in through that power that we can discover and show you that you have, is gonna give us more power as a people. So
that's right. And the more feedback that you get from the people too, that gives you, you know, ammo or whatever to be able to fight with. In a sense. Yeah.
See, but when we don't know the information, it's hard for us to fight against different stuff and going on. But when we know we got the regular person that's being engaged and knowing what we do, we're gonna have city council meetings at nighttime outside of the city council meetings. Anybody know the city council meetings now on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to that.
Right.
Most people at work.
Right.
So we're going to have something where people can be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we here to do.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you taking out your time,
bro.
man.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You got any, I know I kind of do this for the artists, but do you have any shout outs or anything you want to put out there?
Look, shout out to my team. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my team, Brother Tamani, Brother Randy, Shelby. Shout out to everybody that's been giving their time to our campaigns. One thing we can say, you know, we've had close to over 100 people giving their time to our campaign, free of charge. So we appreciate all the people that believe in our mission, believe in what we do in a just righteous way and what we operating.
Yeah.
And we hope that we can continue and expand that into people and how we can help you show opportunity in your neighborhood. So
man, that's awesome.
That's
awesome, man. I'm looking forward to myself, man. I think I'm gonna go and vote this year, man. Because man, you know, I had my stuff going on in my mind. Be like, man, I ain't voting, man. It ain't gonna make no difference anyway. But it really does. I actually had a friend of mine that told me that as well, and they was like, man, you even if it's not about the presidents or all that, at least vote for the people within your community. You know what I'm saying? That can help. Yeah.
You're right. And let me say this too. We tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, the president stuff is good, but we all about the local elections.
That's it.
And if you want to show and learn more about what we're doing, you can go on Amazon and get our book. It's called Our Black Agenda, A Guide to Black Power, Volume 1. And not only do we show the problems and solutions to these things like economics, you know, health and development, community engagement in our community. We also, in the back of the book, we have the roles and responsibilities of every local official.
Yeah.
So you know what they job is and what they supposed to be doing.
Wow.
So you can really
man,
hold them
I'm gonna have to look into that myself.
Oh, yeah, I got one for you after this.
Man, awesome, man. Appreciate you, man. And I'm gonna have to come down there to one of your meetings that you have. You have monthly as well. Your monthly
like
meetings.
I say, the one is tomorrow at Shape Community Center on Live Oak.
Okay.
7 to 8.
Yeah.
We start on time, we leave on time. It ain't no long, big meeting, but we show what we're doing, how we're doing it, how you get involved, some of the solutions to what we're doing.
And it's every first Monday?
Second Monday.
Second Monday.
Every second Monday of the month.
Yeah.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Man, That's what's happening, man. One more time, man. I know we said it, man, but I appreciate you taking out your time, man. Hey, Lloyd Ford, man, politician and entrepreneur, man. He put all the information out there, man. So y'all go do y'all due diligence. And man, we signing out from the #1 spot. If you ain't at the #1 spot, you're #2. And nobody remembers #2. Remember that, baby. And we out of here. Yeah.